The Battle of Adewa, 1896. Preceding Adewa. Remember this. The Europeans carved up our homes with bloodthirst. Not because we were the third world, but because we were the first. Because we held gold in our hearts. Because we had diamonds for eyes. Because oil ran through our veins. And a blessing hung in our skies. Remember this, that when they scrambled in the conference in Berlin and callously carved up Africa, searing each African skin, it was not because of their greed or need to sow seeds saturated with sorrow, but because through Africa's greatness, they envisioned their own tomorrow. The beginning, Barriere, the Italian general, had ice instead of eyes, and a tongue of 5 leather whips. Ras Alula was deafened by the whisper of lies that seeped from his lips. Through Alula's agents, who could read the tone of Ethiopian winds, their whisper, "We will catch the Italian advance before their advance begins." And with anger, that of lions, and a swiftness of eagles' wings, Alula rose magnificent and rode to the foot of Menelik, the king. With all their 5 generals, Menelik growled, 5 armies and damned attacks. It will take one strong Ethiopia to break their brittled backs. Meantime, with pomp and primitive greed, the Italians embarked upon their plan. They left for Adewa from Antisco with a nighttime a shroud from each man, and unbeknown, every step was recorded by Alula's silent, speedy spies who traced the battalion's movement through the reflection they left in the skies. The Italian, noting the Ethiopian dawn as a cloak for their surprise attack, had no knowledge that the warriors were waiting and would give their surprise right back. With all their 5 generals, Ras Mengesha whispered their armies and planned attacks. It will take one strong Ethiopia to break their brittled backs. The war. The Ethiopians advanced from below, a hero's sacrifice for a country's love. Suffice as they fell and blood spilled, another rank rained from above, and so unveiled complex manoeuvres of hope and honour for history, whose aim was the breaking of evil, the waking of victory. The Ethiopians from all provinces, gathered with truth as protection, descended around Adewa with justice and honour and unity as their weapon. The cracking, snapping of rattling rifles awoke the morning sun. From ridges the Italians poured fire. The battle of Adewa begun with all their 5 generals. Ras Mengesha fought with their armies and their attacks. It will take one strong Ethiopia to break their brittle backs. The victory. It seemed the more Ethiopians were killed, the more returned. The more they tried to drench their spirits the more our spirits burned. It seemed as if amongst the red mist, each man who fell wounded rose again. Each breath of air rejuvenated his lungs. Each drop of blood seeped back to his veins. It seemed that Ethiopians rose from the riverbeds, came from the shadows of mountainsides with eyes of stone and dread. And Barrier Terry's generals, sensing the beginning of the end, succumbed to the deafening whisper, surrender, surrender, surrender. Remember this, it was not one of Ethiopia, but Ethiopia as one. It was not part of the sun that won, but a part of everyone. Its veins pumped on. It was not just the warriors, but where they were from. Remember this, how the story washed across the continent, enslaved, flooded with the story of Adewa in a whispered tidal wave. From Kenya to Senegal, from Morocco to the Gambia, the liberation began in Adewa, 1896, and ended in South Africa. Thank you. I love 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 you. Thank you.